So in the first set, we are going to perform the residence time distribution study in 4 different reactor configurations. So the 4 different reactor configurations are: first one is your plug flow reactor, then there is a tubular reactor, then there is a packed bed reactor, and there is a single CST. Now here the main purpose of carrying out this RTD study is to understand the non-ideal behavior of your reactor system. So that is the main aim. So that's why we need to study this RTD. And different reactor will behave differently, okay, because of their shape, size, and all the construction. So that's why for individual reactor we need to study the non-ideal behavior in terms of residence time distribution. So residence time distribution is what? It is basically all the molecules which are entering inside the reactor, how much time they are spending inside the reactor. So that is the main purpose of this RTD study. So once you know that how the molecules are spending the time inside the reactor, then only then you can predict the actual outcome or actual conversion of that reactant system in the given reactor configuration. So that's why we need to study this RTD. Now here, this is the first practical where you are going to study the RTD behavior in a plug flow reactor. So this is a, you can just see this is a glass tube, okay, through which the liquid is going to pass, okay, and since this is a tube, so that's why we are calling it tubular flow reactor. It can be also called as the plug flow reactor. Now you can just see there is a, if you see the reactor configuration, so there is a pump provided for the pumping of the liquid. There is a storage tank. So through that storage tank and with the help of the pump will be sending that liquid inside this plug flow reactor, and the flow rate will be measured by this rotameter. So we have to set the flow rate by adjusting the rotameter flow rate, and then the fluid or this liquid will be entering at the bottom of this plug flow reactor. It will pass through this plug flow or tubular flow reactor. It will come out, and once it will come out, then we are going to measure the exit concentration of the reactant inside the system. So to study that behavior, we need to introduce the tracer. So here you can just see there is a needle, okay, is provided, and in that needle we are going to take the tracer. So here in our case, the tracer will be taking is the 5 normal NaOH solution, and it will be entered via pulse input. Pulse input means at a within a given small fraction of time, entire volume is entering into this reactor system. Once it will enter, then it will enter into this reactor and it will flow through this reactor. During the flow, all the molecules will get distributed and they will spend different amount of time inside the reactor. So that different amount of time we are going to measure as an exit concentration. So whatever the NaOH is being entered, it is being distributed at the exit in an equal interval of time, that is 1 minute of every equal interval of time. We are going to connect the sample, and that sample we are going to titrate against the acid. So likewise, for every sample we will be measuring its concentration by titrating against the acid solution. Okay, and then we are going to study how suppose you are giving the 5 ml of your NaOH solution. Now these 5 ml molecules, how they have been distributed, so that distribution will be calculating by measuring the concentration of the reactor system. Now just to visualize that thing, okay, how actually happening, because you know for a plug flow reactor the major feature or the characteristics of plug flow reactor is what? There is no axial mixing, there is only a radial mixing. So that means once the cluster of molecules will enter, they will not move in the axial direction. That entire cluster will move along the length of this tube, and at the each and every length of the reactor there will be change in concentration. Now this change in concentration, that means reaction is taking place. So the molecules will interact in the radial direction. So during their flow, okay, they will be reacting, they will be interacting with each other in the radial direction, and that's why there is a concentration change. But this is you can say the characteristic of ideal plug flow reactor. But in non-ideal behavior, there is a axial mixing is also taking place. So because of that, there will be a distribution of molecules throughout this plug flow reactor. So how that distribution is taking place, just to visualize that, we are taking one colored solution, that is KMnO4, that quantity we are taking 5 ml, and I will be giving the pulse input, and then you just see the color distribution inside this reactor. Okay. So now I have started the pump and the liquid is started to flow through that. Okay, and through this rotameter I have set one particular flow rate that is near 0.8 liter per hour. Now that fluid is entering inside this reactor. Now just to visualize how the molecules are getting distributed, now this is the syringe in which colored KMnO solution is taken. Now I am just inserting that KMnO4 solution into the flowing stream of the liquid. Now just see the plug flow reactor. Just see the plug flow reactor. You can just see the color intensity is varying. Just there is a dilute. Here it is the dark color. Okay. Just observe the flow throughout this reactor. Just observe the flow. There is a light. There is a dark. Then again there is a light. So likewise there is a distribution. That means there is an axial mixing that is taking place inside the reactor. And we need to measure that concentration. So last drop of concentration we need to measure by measuring the exit concentration. Just see the color intensity, light, dark, light. So this is how the distribution is going to take place. That means each and every molecule is going to spend different amount of time inside the reactor. And to predict the actual or practical conversion in this plug flow reactor, we need to measure this distribution of these molecules, and that is we are doing it by measuring the exit concentration. Just see the color intensity, it is varying. Still you can observe this thing, just observe. So now yes, at the bottom you can just see there is no color. That means slowly all the colored molecules, they are start to move off this reactor. You just see all the liquid is entering over here. It is a colored solution, you can get it. So still the molecules are there inside the reactor. So these molecules, they are spending more time already, which have left the reactor. They have spent very less amount of time inside the reactor. So this is how it is happening inside the reactor system.